Hello everyone! Today I will tell you about how the story of violence against athletes is developing in the world, in which federations they still raise the fuss about an interesting gymnast, and also about how gymnasts of the Russian and Belarusian national teams spend their time. Before starting the video, do not forget to check if you're subscribed to my channel. If you are, then the button under the video should be gray. An autobiographical film was released on Natalia Godunko's YouTube channel, where she talked about an important and especially urgent problem that is raised all over the world, such as violence by coaches. She talked about her experience and what problems she faced when she trained and performed in the Ukrainian national team. Natalia constantly raises the topic on her social networks about the right attitude towards children in training and the need to respect them and not terror and intimidate. Now Natasha works as a coach and often meets children who are already psychologically suppressed at a young age, and this is very worrying to her, since very young children are subjected to mental and physical violence. Natalia advocates the need for training without shouting and beating. Another country and federation after Switzerland and Great Britain where the problem of child abuse by coaches is now publicly raised is Holland. So the Dutch Gymnastics Federation recognized that in its country there are similar problems in the education of the athletes, and that they have now also received and are receiving a huge number of complaints. The federation sent a letter to the International Federation asking for an open dialogue on a safe sports environment. In their letter, they talked about how they're experiencing and dealing with these problems. Children in the Netherlands, in order to achieve sports heights, go through a tense path, through physical and mental stress from a young age. There is a closed system in schools that is neither parents nor other people are involved and are not allowed to see. In the Netherlands, a large number of athletes left the sports due to the impossibility of resolving of conflicts at the elite level, since apart from the coaches, there were no other people who could help and advise anything, and the coaches always put a pressure on the athletes. Also in the Netherlands, there was a problem with the lack of good coaches, which influenced the search and development of talented children. To solve all these problems, from 2019, the Gymnastics Federation has launched a multi-year pedagogical program that studies all disciplines and conflicts between coaches and athletes. Now Holland is initiating the fight against the international problem of violence and invites the International Federation to explain how coaches should behave with athletes, so that all federations do not decide at their own level, but there is a decree of the International Federation, any sanction for non-compliance with the rules. Write in the comments what do you think, whether this format will help in the fight against violence of athletes or on the contrary, will harm coaching. Also, the buzz about violence is starting to rise in Belgium, where gymnasts are starting to publish their stories and telling what happened. Morinari Watanebe, the president of the International Gymnastics Federation, had to express his opinion on the number of countries and complaints in them. In his speech, he supported all the athletes who dared to talk about their problems publicly. According to him, this means that sports is ready for change, and the old methods that were previously successful no longer work and are not ready to endure them. This is very important, and every voice has a meaning to change the whole structure. So apparently, the International Gymnastics Federation will now closely deal with this issue, and perhaps soon we will learn about methods of dealing with such cases. It is still difficult for me to imagine what this could be in addition to the accreditation that has already been mentioned, but in any case we will monitor this whole situation. The Russian national gymnastics team, being at the training camp, spends time with the climbers, and some gymnasts even try themselves in these sports. A very funny video with Ekaterina Selezneva appeared on Stanislav Kokorin's Instagram, who is a member of the Russian rock climbing team, whom I already spoke about in one of the recent videos. Katya Selezneva also posted a video with her drawings on her Instagram, and in my opinion they look super cool. The national gymnastics team of Belarus visited the stables the other day. The girls stroked the horses, watched how they were looked after, and even rode the horses. Gymnast Sevastyanova, who is an Olympic champion in group exercises, recently posted on Instagram a photo with a famous Irish MMA fighter boxer Conor McGregor. After that, a huge number of comments fell on Carolina, condemning that she was spending time with him, given that Conor had a wife. To which Carolina even had to make excuses on her Instagram, that it was just a photo and they have no relationship. Recently, the media started talking about gymnast Maria Belova, who after finishing her sports career became a coach and began her career in Russia. Then she left to Ireland and then to the United States. And they started talking about her since Maria founded the Training Camp USA project in Los Angeles. This company organizes training camps and masterclasses with the world stars. The goal is to develop rhythmic gymnastics in the USA by meeting and training with the world's best stars. If world-class stars come to the United States and give masterclasses, then there is still no training camp practice here. So this project is unique. Most often, masterclasses in America last no more than an hour and are organized by one club, where children of only one club can get into. Now, thanks to Maria Belova, gymnasts in the United States will be able to get acquainted between clubs and attend all masterclasses of gymnastic stars. Write what do you think about this format, and did you know that the collection format is not popular in all the countries? And finally, news from the world of artistic gymnastics, which I simply cannot but tell. Young gymnast Paige Kalendin lives in Ohio, USA. She is unique in that way because she was born without legs, and despite this, she is engaged in artistic gymnastics. Now she is 8 years old. She is on the gymnast team and performs in the competitions. This is just in time for the question about whether you can become a gymnast at a certain age. If you believe in yourself and do something, then you will definitely succeed. And I definitely believe in you. And of course, remember that I love you all. See you in the next video. And for now, goodbye. The video was translated and dubbed by Alexandra Sinica.